Obviously, there's a lot more details involved than what I'm showing here. But what you are going to understand is in this demo, the power of the system for paying off debt. And a few of the key things is, one is you pay off all the debt. It doesn't matter how much debt you have or what kind of debt it is. It could be mortgage, car loan, student debt, medical debt, consumer debt, doesn't matter. Whatever type of debt you have, you pay it off in a fraction of the time with your same income and your same lifestyle. And those are key things. Because obviously if you get like a second job, you can pay off debt faster, right? Or if you go on like the beans and rice diet and then just like stop spending money, obviously you can pay off debt faster. We're not talking about that. If you want to do that, cool, more power to you. What we're talking about here is changing our mindsets and increasing our knowledge, same income, same lifestyle, and paying it off. Now, of course, if you increase your income while doing this, you'll accelerate it even more naturally, which is what we were able to do. But let's just be conservative and let's assume just kind of a normal situation. So these are example numbers of like an average US family or whatever, okay? So we got a mortgage, $1,200 a month payment, $100,000 in debt, 20 years on the mortgage, remaining on the mortgage. We have a car loan, $300 payment, $10,000 left, 4 years remaining, and a credit card with $600 payment, $12,000 debt, and 7 years remaining. So our total then for per month, we're looking at $2,100 a month for the payment, $122,000 on debt, and 31 cumulative years of debt to pay off.
Oh shit.
Okay? Well, this person is really not like if you think this is bad, when we got started, we had $318,000 in debt. That was fun.
How many years?
We paid it off in 14 months. Now, I want to be clear on that. The reason we paid it off so fast is because we started flipping houses, and that extra income destroyed the debt very quickly. If we had not done anything else, if we had just stayed on the same rhythm, we would have, I think it was about 4 years. The average people, it's between about 4 to 7 years that you pay off all your debt
Okay.
with your same income. We were able to do it much faster because we increased it. So that's where we're at here in this example. Now we got income, $4,000 a month coming in on the income side. Our debt service is $2,100. That's we've already figured that out. We've got lifestyle, $1,500. It's like groceries, gas, keeping the lights on, that kind of stuff. So our cash flow, or what's left over at the end of the month in this example, is $400 because we take our income, we subtract our debt service, and then our lifestyle, and that leaves us with $400. We all still together? Okay. For some people, I know there's a lot of numbers for some people, so I want to make sure that I don't lose anybody. Okay, so what we're going to do in this example, there's actually 4 different ways to implement this system. So I'm going to show you guys one method, which is called the HELOC flip method. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these debts and we're simply going to transfer them into a HELOC. Who knows what a HELOC is? Who can tell me what a HELOC is? I know you know one. You can't answer.
Yeah. That's why I'm not saying anything.
Yes.
You say the equity in your house, the equity you get in your house, you put in like a credit type of thing?
Yeah. So HELOC stands for Home Equity Line of Credit. So it's a line of, exactly. Yeah, so you have it, it's just kind of, yeah. So it's a line of credit that is secured. Think of it like a huge credit card, but it's secured by the equity in your house, effectively. And so we're going to get a $200,000 HELOC at 4%, and simply we're going to transfer transfer these debts into the HELOC. So the mortgage, the car, the credit card, they all go in, and so this stuff gets paid off. But if you notice, we still have the same amount of debt. We haven't actually eliminated any debt. All we've done is transferred it from one instrument to the other. So we still owe 122. We haven't changed anything yet. All we've done is moved it. Now, let's calculate our payment on this because, and this is a key important difference. If you guys notice when you have like a mortgage or a car payment, every month, obviously, as you pay, you now owe less to the bank, right? But your payment never changes. Your payment always stays the same, whether it's the first month or the last month. Whereas if you're using like a credit card, let's say you spend $1,000 one month, your payment is smaller. The next month you spend $5,000, your payment's going to be a lot bigger, right? So it fluctuates. So the key things here is on a HELOC, because it's a line of credit, rather than using an amortized interest, which is what something like a mortgage or a car loan uses, where the payment stays the same every time, and it's actually front-loaded with the interest, the line of credit simply calculates on a daily basis how much interest is owed, and then all the interest accumulates through the month, and then your payment is based upon that. So, come on in. Okay, so loans, amortized interest, and the lines of credit use the simple daily interest. So that's one big difference. The other big difference that we want to look at is the loans are one way. So if you make a bunch of extra payments on your mortgage, and then the next month you need it back, you're screwed. Like, you can't get the money back, right? Whereas with a line of credit, it's revolving. So if you put money into the line of credit, you can turn around and take the money back out, right? It's revolving, it's a line of credit. So what we're going to do is calculate our new payment here on the line of credit. So we have $122,000. So it's very simple calculation. We take the amount owed, 122, times 0.04 because it's 4% interest. Then that we'll take it and divide it by 12, which will give us our monthly payment. So our new debt service is $406 a month. Okay? So we're dropping from $2,100 down to $406, which of course will increase our cash flow now over $2,000. Cool? So now let's take a look at what we can do to start attacking this. Here we see how much money we owe, and then this is the time elapsed in months. So we start off at 122. We've got that $4,000 that's going to come in and go against that line of credit, drop it down to 118. Now, of course, we've got expenses. We've got our debt service and our lifestyle, which is almost $2,000 in this example. That's going to go back up, bump it up to 120. But now we're starting month 2. We've got our income coming in, our expenses going out. Our income coming in, expenses going out. If you notice, what's happening is our cash flow here, this is attacking the debt and passively eliminating it as we simply continue living our lives. So in order to see how quickly we're going to pay this off, we take the total debt amount minus 1 month of income, we divide that by our cash flow and then divide it by 12, and it's 4.7 years to get all the debt rather than 31 cumulative years to get all this debt paid off, and that's a ton of interest savings. And then everything's paid off, and you now have a HELOC that's empty with a couple $100,000 in there. Could you, Juan, if you had access to a couple $100,000 cash, could you make a lot of money with that money?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing is, most people that are not thinking like investors would be like, sweet, new truck, new boat, maybe a summer, I don't know, vacation with the family. Yeah, vacation with the family. Like, no, this is, let's turn around and reinvest this and continue to make it grow more and more. And then all of those investments will pay for all the toys. So there's a right way and a wrong way, a smart way. There's a smart way and a foolish way of doing things.
The best way to spend that money is on more mountain bikes.
See? Yeah. Or mountain bikes, a couple extra e-bikes maybe.
For you?
For me, yes, for me.
Yes.
For the hardcore guys, it would be like the carbon fiber, titanium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get one for you and everybody else.
I can buy e-bikes for everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so this is just, once again, this is a quick example. When knowledge increases, behavior changes. And I can tell you from my own experience, totally game changer. Game changer. Like I said, we paid off over $300,000 of debt in 14 months. That is, that's a lot. Most people, the average people, will pay off all of their debt. It doesn't matter if you work, if you make $15 an hour or if you make $200 an hour. Why? Because people's level of debt aligns
how much money you make.
Exactly, it aligns with their. A lawyer drives a very different car than somebody who works at a restaurant, right? It's just, that's how it is. And so your level of debt and the size of house and all they have will go along with that. So 4 to 7 years is the average. If I just picked random people off the street, that's what they would be. But the cool thing is it works. It works. It is so powerful. We love this. This is just one of the strategies. So.